What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video we got a 2018 CBR1000RR that I'm telling you boys, she looks brand hammer new. I literally thought it was a 2023 or 2024 model. I saw the VIN number, I'm like, what? 2018? Like, this thing looks like it's never had dust laid on it before. I mean, she's brand new, freshy fresh. So anyways, we got this thing in here. We just installed a full Akrapovic GP style exhaust system. This is the full system, headers and everything from Akrapovic. Very nice system. We did some pair valve block off plates. We did an aftermarket air filter, and we did some velocity stacks. Typical, pretty typical build. Put it on the dyno, ran it, and I'm like, what in the world? Come on, man. I gotta make a video on this because Honda is straight, I don't know if you would call it just bamboozling folks, but we got this, let's just say this is a $16,000 bike. We got a $2,000 exhaust system. We got a good solid $3,000 in modifications, and we got 152 horsepower. What in the world? Literally the weakest 1000cc liter bike you can buy, or I guess you say super bike, but we're gonna fix that today, boys. Not anymore. Watch this, what we do to this bike right now. All right, so I've done the baseline pull. You see the 152, but you see how it goes up, pulling pretty hard. She goes, whoop, dips down, and then just trickles on over to redline. Literally pitiful. Well, the problem with that is this guy right here. This is the ECU. They got crazy heavy throttle restrictions. So when you're wide open, the ECU says, not wide open. So you go wide open, and really, it goes wide open, not wide open. And I'm going to show you that more in here in just a second. But let's fire this thing up, see what it sounds like. And then we're going to remove the ECU. We're going to flash it and get rid of all these little wimpy restrictions. So no doubt it sounds good, but we got to get this thing performing to match that sound. All right, guys, here we go. CBR1000 ECU is flashed. The restrictions are gone. I'm going to show you those tables in a minute, but let's just run this thing so I can show you the horsepower gains. nice gains so far. You see our horsepower 170 so far. Let me show you a little bit about basically where we started at. I'm gonna pull that line up and then I'm gonna explain to you why we got such big gains. All right guys, the horsepower numbers are steady coming up on the Honda. I'm dialing in the air fuel ratio slowly but surely, but let me show you a little bit about this Honda and why we have such low horsepower from the factory. So we got Woolits Racing opened up. That is the program that we use to tune the ECU. Let's go in here and open up other maps. You can see ETV, that's electronic throttle valve, power mode 1, which is our fastest. And then we'll leave it in gear 1 for right now. So this is what you got from the factory, okay? You see these numbers up here at the top. This is how much gas your hand is giving it. These numbers over here, that's the RPMs. These numbers in here, that's how much throttle the ECU is giving it, like what we talked about. So let's just click right here. That's 6,000 RPMs. That's 100% throttle with your hand, and that's 38.8% throttle in real life. What? No wonder this thing is a complete dog. So you can see the highest it ever goes in first gear, power mode 1, is at 10,000 RPMs, you get a whopping 80%. And then at 11,000 RPMs, you're back to 73% throttle. And that's where it holds, guys. So we dynoed this thing in 5th gear. Let's take a look at that. You can see it does actually go to 100%. Stays at 100%, but then goes back to 73, but you can see how low all the numbers are there. So crazy throttle table restrictions, and then you can see in the ignition maps, we go in and adjust all the ignition numbers, but I can promise you all the ignition timing tables are super low, but we also have the ability to go in, change the rev limiter, change the fan temps. We can do everything possible in this program to adjust the ECU, get the restrictions off, and tune the bike for the air-fuel ratio that you need for the modifications that you have. So if you were to send your ECU in to get flashed, we would look at the modifications you have, we would match that up with something that we've done on the dyno and put that map into your ECU to get your bike smoothed out, all the restrictions gone, and to get the air fuel ratio dialed in safely so your bike can perform the way it should. I gotta flash this ECU one more time. This thing should be finished, and I'm gonna show you the final numbers. All right guys, ECU is flashed on the Honda. The air fuel ratios are dialed in. Take a look at the gains. 152 is where we started, 173 is where we finished up. And look at how good it holds the power up top now. Big gains for small mods. Basically full exhaust system, air filter, velocity stacks, and an ECU flash. 20-something horsepower gain. You can't go wrong, boys. Hit us up, mooremafia.com, for all the details on how you can get yours done. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. There's plenty more where this came from. Scroll back through our other videos. We've done tons of these bikes and tons of other bikes and got big horsepower gains on them, not to mention our racetrack videos. You'll enjoy those. Go check them out. Moore Mafia on YouTube, mooremafia.com on the interweb. Smash that like button. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.